This is a drought poem. A child growing up in Santa Barbara in the 50s and 60s, we had what they described as 20-year cycles, wet and dry. But as I remember, the driest of those 20-year cycles would be really welcome now. They weren't that bad. This has a little Catholic grammar school experience, and it has an epigraph from the great Spanish poet Blas de Otero. Yo soy un hombre literalmente amado por todas las desgracias. I am a man literally loved by every misfortune. It's written in the form of a dispatch, kind of a military dispatch, a report in. Dispatch from the southern province's 4th year of the drought. Sir, the barometers of the dark are dipping, but all that falls is dust from the great indivisible. The public phones have been out of order for years, and despite the fact that we once crawled out from under the waves, we cannot drink the sea. The rock of the sun is immovable. Once clouds were black stamps fixed to the winter sky, well-wishers stood at the gravesides in a downpour. Late spring, moonlight like table linen spread across the bay. And in this way, you thought a line of communication was open with heaven. It turns out you were just muttering into the whitecaps tossed nowhere by the wind. Early on, we spent our time indoors memorizing timetables, catechism answers, the spelling of anti-disestablishmentarianism, diagramming the subject and direct object across the empty blackboard, halos of chalk rising over our heads by the time we worked our way to the predicate nominative hovering out there above the ripe fields. If anyone looked in at us through the huge classroom windows, saw us fidgeting in our uniforms, impatient at our desks, our desire for the play yard and drinking fountains would have been apparent. Now, all I know is that the Comandante continues to kick his dog for chewing up the last yellowed newspaper that came with the stale crackers and canned ham. I have nothing to do but sit at my desk looking through the filmed glass, watching letters drift like ash spelling out our names. The sea has endured all of us it can. Nothing was greater, good Pablo told us, than sea spray at 8 in the morning. But it's stained with runoff from refineries. Clots of tar, dark as misery, float on the dull swells. We cannot escape our grief. The investments in greed and every manner of misfortune. 1 or 2 clouds like empty boats sail off for the outskirts of light. It's useless inside this shell of parched air, and beyond here no one seems to hear a thing. Over time is of course involved, but as my last posting said, it's all dust polished by the boundaries of fire. All I have to report, the only conclusion available, is that God never had any intention of coming back to see what we've done with the place.